This message is to all the warriors in the world. There's a little problem. There's a really big problem, honestly. The question is, what's been going on in the world for the last 5 years and last 5 years? I want to start off by saying that Osama bin Laden made Barack Obama a king over 14 years ago. And secretly he's been the secret president over about 14 years ago. And he ran as secret president and he won. And then, George Bush wasn't in the way, because George Bush would do everything he said, but not, exactly everything. George Bush also did what he wanted to do. But George Bush was always under Barack Obama the whole time. That's the truth. That's the truth. And Daniel chapter 8 speaks of the fourth, Daniel chapter 8 verse 28, I think, speaks of the fourth beast, quoted there as the name Osama bin Laden in the codes, Tanakh, book Daniel. And it says 10 kings will come out of this beast, the fourth beast, which is Osama bin Laden. And it says there's going to be a new king. About this new king coming out of this beast, quoted is Obama's name there. So this is what's been going on. Obama has been doing things through EDOM. EDOM is America. Through EDOM, with the Arabs and their so-called allies, doing a lot of things to the world. And also he's been doing things with the Arabs. I mean, he was made a king by Osama bin Laden. With the Arabs, he was doing things with the Arabs through EDOM, through America, with their allies and the rest of whoever, and their friends and whoever, right? Talking to different allies, too. And he joined them together as well. His own handpickings, of course. So, since America's existence, it was always together with the Arab countries, with all the Arabs. That's been their secret the whole time. They've done a lot of dirty things, a lot of dirty business, but they're always fighting one another, privately. And there's a thing with the Indians agreeing to some things. This was all primarily against the Jews in exile. They were really after Israel in the first place, Israelis, but Jews in exile didn't know, obviously, and they confused, Israeli Jews with the Jews in exile, the 10 tribes, the 10 lost tribes that are out in exile. And, we're not like Israelis at all, to be honest with you. So this goes out to all the warriors in the world. I just want to say, before I speak about angling, is the Arabs have always, the descendants of Ishmael, the Arabs, for some reason, have always waged war on the entire world. Unless you're Arab. The Arabs have always waged war on the entire world. Is the world just going to stand there and take it? Take their little, stone shots, barking up the wrong tree? They barked up Jewish trees. They're trying to bust giants. They woke up sleeping giants now. I'm saying, as the warriors in the world, we know what warriors are. The world doesn't know, obviously. Clearly. That's true. And barbarians are barbarians. Warriors are warriors. It could be barbarians who are warriors who are barbarians, whatever. Angling. I just want to say, when anything's been done through the Arabs, especially with Barack Obama, with the Arabs, through EDOM, through America, and whoever else, their friends, connections, allies, whatever you want to call it, it's always been against the entire world. And they helped no matter what, willingly. They came together. You understand? They came together. They unformed the unholy alliance. And when it came to Barack Obama with EDOM, America, through the Arabs and whoever else, their allies and friends and connections, etc., they waged war on Israel when it came to EDOM, America. And nobody knew where, these contributions came from. Money, billions, so-called billions of dollars being given to Arab countries. They're going to make weapons and then make terrorists out of these little kids. They teach their little kids to kill Jews. The kids. They teach them to be terrorists and kill people. They teach them to try to kill anyone who's not Arab. That's the thing. But EDOM, America, with the Arabs, through the Arabs working together, was against all of the Jews. Israeli Jews and all the Jews in exile. They all forgot it was really the tribe of Yosef they were against to start off with all these years back. That's all. So, Israel, being Israel, saying, we live in Israel and you don't, to the rest of the, 10 lost tribes in exile, and not letting them in by doing, all kinds of things. If you don't join Israel, I'm not going to say what. If you don't join Israel, certain things, they will not let you live there. They will not let you make aliyah there. That's the truth. Things are hard for a reason. Things require papers for a reason. Things require all these processings and so-called system. The system, there is no system. It's a system for losers. They've imposed restrictions and rules on the wrong people. When somebody imposes restrictions and rules on you, they're waging war on you. They're not the 7 Noahide laws, and it's not the Torah. Okay? They put people speaking words of Torah, things that Torah said, for example, into mental institutions, mental hospitals. They wage war on them. They're trying to lock the Jews up and to put them in prisons, and they're trying to lock the Jews up. They're locking people up for no reason, Jews and Gentiles. So, what's the question here? What's more serious? Them trying to kill all the Jews? Them waging war, whichever they're angling from EDOM, America, with the Arabs and whoever, or with the Arabs with EDOM, with America and whoever, on all the Jews. I mean, on the entire world. Well, the spirituality part, you'd say EDOM, America is making a big mistake in a spiritual area when it comes to especially the entire world. But trying to do something like this is you're waging war on the Jews, especially Israel. You see, Israel joined so-called, whatever you call government mob, all this bullshit. All you see is government shit around the world, and these are the rules that they tell you. These are the laws here, these are restrictions here, you cannot do that, you cannot do that. The wrong shit though. It's all mob. Mob government, mob-run government, government-run mob. And of course, they always had trouble, and were always afraid of the Russian mafia, which Russia had, mafia government, whatever. Cuba having mafioso government, Cuba was big at that, Cuba gave Russia a lot of problems. They won successfully too. So, you have, who's involved? You have America involved, you have Russia involved, Germany involved, France involved. Again, Russia is a very important thing to say here. But you have all the Arab countries involved, you have all the Arabs involved. The spiritual part, waging war on all the Jews, when it comes to the starting point angle of EDOM, America, through the Arabs or whatever, that's pretty serious when it comes to spirituality. But the physical part, when it comes to Yishmaelim, through the Arabs through EDOM, through America, and through whoever their people are, connections or whoever, allies, whatever you want to call it, that part is pretty detrimental physically, I should say, They do all kinds of things, poisons, chemicals, all kinds of things, and have all kinds of things put in foods. These Arab countries, Arabs, all kinds of things put in foods. And in the meantime, they have passed down teachings of Kabbalistic curing. They pass it down, they cure one another all the time. The Arab, or if you convert to be Muslim, you join Islam. You get cured with Kabbalah, But then again, you don't know what you've joined. Then again, you don't know what you've joined. Of course, the question is, what happens about when there's no angling, when you have the faction of Barack Obama, a descendant of Yishmael, again, The Arabs are the descendants of Ishmael. You know, we have him joining them together. I'm not talking through angling. What does this cause? It causes people to not be able to enjoy life, to not feel safe, to be locked up in prisons for no reasons. For no reason. For no reasons at all. To have people restrict you from enjoying life, put rules on you, intelligence on you, having giving you all kinds of problems, and you not knowing about it, and then again, they don't know who you are as well. They don't know who you are as well. They don't know if you're a barbarian, they don't know if you're a warrior, they don't know anything about you. In the meantime, they try to get your children killed, your relatives killed, your friends, anyone who knows you, if you're a great person in the last 5 years. They've always seeked out great people and try to do all these things. You don't understand, the Arabs practically live for free in their countries. They live for free. They're all family. They don't say anything out. Of course, they have money, they have currency, whatever. But they'll get hooked up if they don't have any dough. Go and ask nicely. They'll get hooked up by the Arabs. They hook each other up all the time. Which is good. I'm saying I don't have a problem with the way they live. I think it's good they're living for free and they're all relatives like that and family like that. I think family like that is very important. It's a lesson to be learned by the world, in all honesty. Especially the Jewish people, especially Israel. But when they do all this shit to the world, it's not funny. It's not a game. And when you join them together, without them knowing, but he joined them together though. All kinds of shit happened. Oh my God. I'm saying it's too much to even put in words here. It's that bad that I shouldn't even say anything. It's that powerful that I shouldn't even say anything. I should be giving it that benefit of the doubt to where you compliment the person by giving them a punch in the stomach and saying you're good, you're that good. I punched you in the stomach, or hitting somebody harder, in the arm, giving them birthday punches and hitting them really hard because they're that good. You're complimenting them like that. It's like that when it comes to him joining them together, through him especially. So, you need to understand they joined all the most wicked people together. They joined together the worst of the Jewish people. The fake Rebbes, whatever you want to call it, the fake Haravs. All fake. The Shlitas, all fake. He joined them all together. All they did was, spew venom and commit destruction. That self-sacrifice, self-destruction just to destroy everyone else, They used everything they could, But what hits two birds with one stone here is, truthfully, the Arabs always continuing whatever evil you work up to, they continuing it afterwards, being independent. They say, no, now that's our way. That's how we're doing it. This is what I noticed of them. And the problem here is right now, to be honest with you, is the Arabs have always, this is the root problem, the Arabs have always waged war in the world. The Arabs have always waged war in the world. The Arabs need to be taught a lesson, okay? I'll tell you, I joined many warriors. Was it nearly a couple of years ago? And what happened? What happened to the Taliban Arabs? What happened to the Iraq and Afghanistan Arabs? Why are commercials saying these troops are coming home? No, we didn't help them. We did the right thing. The world got rid of its top problems, that's for sure. They won't report on the news. Why? Because the Jews did it. All the best warriors joining together. I brought them there. The greatest fighters, the greatest top fighters, the greatest warriors, the greatest military minds, all joined together, slaughtering Taliban. destroying Al-Qaeda. There is no Al-Qaeda. The news keeps lying. The news keeps lying. There is no Taliban anymore. The news keeps lying. The news keeps lying. Because the Jews did it. Because the Jews did it. Who gives a shit what the news says, man? They always doing this shit. They got these stupid Arabs who come and pose as the Taliban with weapons. Posed as Taliban, and they said, oh, it's the Taliban, or they said, oh, it's Al-Qaeda. There is no Al-Qaeda anymore. There's no Taliban anymore. It's over now. It's over now. There is no Iraq-Afghanistan war anymore. It's over now. This became the top problem of the world, where the right people were supposed to do the right thing, and that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. The very best warriors in the world joined, and history did. Till this day, many people in the world want to know who did it. Who led it especially. We all know the answer to that. I'm talking to you again now. You guys said you wanted another shot. It's not a shot. You didn't lose. You just want to have fun again. I said, you know, it's a pretty powerful thing. Without my involvement, of course, but you wanted me to call you again for a serious issue, problem. I'll call you again. I'll bring you there. See, the Arabs are being taken to no-hide courts, wherever, whatever. Justice is being done with them right now. They have until, let's say, June 15th to do the right thing. They know what it is. I mean, you're not supposed to put dangerous chemicals in foods, lying to the world, dangerous medicines in food, taking them out, poisons in foods and taking them out. I don't think so. You're not supposed to do that. But they didn't do it to the top kinds of people in the areas where they live in the world. Like New York, for example. But people were being poisoned. People are just dying. And they pay all these doctors and hospitals to make things up and lies up. Everyone's been paid off with fraud money and with credit money. It's all bullshit. This money doesn't exist. They're taking your pie. They're taking a part of your pie, I'm saying, you know? You want to know where your money is? It's with the Arabs. Whose taxes are you paying when they're paying taxes in America? You're paying the Arabs. Where's all your money going? The Arabs. The Arabs. You see, the Arabs don't know what icon is. The Arabs don't know what iconic is. The Arabs don't know what true warrior is. You see, that's the thing. The Arabs don't know, and the Arabs don't want to know. They don't want to know. Well, these children need to be taught a lesson, obviously. You see, to the warriors in the world, these Arabs are children. They're stupid children. They need to get disciplined, they need to get taught life the right way. They sure as hell need to get reared. They sure as hell need to get punched in the mouth. You see, I got into an investigation, what was called an economy investigation, what was it, 3 years ago. You see, I found everything out. Then everyone in the world said, no, we don't want to know about it. And that's all. I'm like, why did you waste my time? They shut their mouths up, became afraid, and stopped talking to me. I said, you wanted me to do this, I did this. Why are you wasting my time, though? You're too young, they said. That's bullshit for me to stop asking questions. So, when it comes to all this mouth shutting up and, you just don't know, it's really the Arabs. The question is, what did the Arabs do to the world, and what did the Arabs involve themselves in? What are the Arabs involved in? You see, they can always run back to their countries, right? Yes, America is always at war with the Arabs. You see, they join together, but they're always fighting each other. They're always trying to kill each other. They're always trying to do something to each other. This is what happens when wicked people join. They always try to hurt each other, though. They join together for bad things, but they always try to hurt each other. That's the funny part about it. You see, I'm out this time. I'm not leading this time. This is not my business this time. But I'll tell you what I think. I'll give you my advice. I'll give you some instructions. Hopefully you listen to them. I'll tell you what needs to be done. I'll tell you what's up. You need to start investigating. You need to start with the right places first. You need to start with Israel. Check things out. Do the right thing. Make sure justice prevails in Israel. That's my advice. Then afterwards, Russia. Afterwards, support and so on. You'll know. You'll know. After you're done with part one, the Arabs are yours. You see, I told you guys, we were taking care of things. Nearly a couple of years ago, I told you guys, I'll give you information, but you gotta listen to me. Don't do anything yet. Don't do the right thing yet. It's not time. Because many people would get into serious trouble and become life or death for them. That's all. That's the truth. That's the truth. And we made an agreement. I said, I'll tell you as long as you don't do anything till whatever, whenever. You know what they did to you. You had to, lay low. Sometimes, there are times in life you gotta lay low. And let the little people take care of things. Let the small people take care of things. If they fail and it reaches the big leagues, it's serious shit. But, there are times when you gotta lay low for it to be safe for other people. There are times when you shouldn't do justice if it's gonna endanger your family, for example. Or your children. Or your girlfriend. Or your wife. Your relatives. I've been in this situation. I never opened my mouth up if it endangered my family or my relatives or my anything, friends, people who even seen me. You see, the Arabs were even after people who even saw you. They try to make a curse out of the greatest people. In the meantime, it's the Arabs who are the curse on the world, the Ishmaelim. Ishmael was a so-called wild ass of a man. Who gives a shit about Ishmael? Old history, right? Old history, right? He repented at the end of his life, though. The Arabs have until June 15th to do what's right. You see, the superpowers of the world have, come together and beating down their necks right now. So, it's serious now. They're not playing games. But you need to do your part. And I'm saying they're always waging war on the world. They're always killing people. They're always poisoning people, even in their own countries. All the Arabs, always waging war on the whole world. And they're always trying to get the whole world to wage war on all the Jewish people. This is completely ridiculous. This is completely ridiculous. The Jewish people have the mission, the mission from God. God gave the Jewish people the Torah. Jewish people have a mission to do. They shouldn't be bothered with stupid Arabs, with EDOM, all this nonsensical bullshit. EDOM, who is EDOM? They're always using stipulatory bullshit. They never want to go one-on-one. They want to go fair and square. They want you to let them, because you're doing the right thing by letting them do something wrong to you at the time it's the right thing. Or they're not going to go up to you. Edom are a bunch of pigs. A bunch of squealing pigs. The Arabs are serious about their bullshit, though. It's the Arabs that really need the attention from the warriors in the world, because they're always waging wars on the world. They're always waging war on everyone in the world, unless you're Arab. They keep continuing with their fanatic, radical bullshit. They don't stop with their fanatic, radical bullshit. I'm not in the position to do anything except, to bring you people together and do the right thing with them this time. To make sure shit is safe again. Even for them. And, you gotta do the right thing. You gotta, you know, you were all on fire. You wanted to do it. When you were in Israel, you wanted to come together with Israel and do it. And I told you, you know, I can't tell you exactly what's going on yet, but through America, through EDOM, through America, America's EDOM, EDOM is America. Through America, they've let the Arabs invade them. Not invade them, they let them attack them. Israel joined them, but they didn't know they were joining the Arabs blindly. So now you understand what's going on here. Israel is not heroes. Israel is war on the Jews in exile. They don't want to let the Jewish people, the 10 lost tribes, live in Israel. They want to impose all kinds of so-called policy, rules, restrictions, say these are the laws here, these are the rules here, these are the rules here. Talk to your government wherever you are. In other words, they're saying, go screw yourself. F you. We don't give a shit. They don't mind trying to kill you wherever you are. You to die there. You don't know the kind of shit Israel has done. You know? Israel is not exactly the Israel you think. They always come through when it comes to the right time and doing the right thing at the right time with their repentance and all that shit. You know? They repent at the right time. You get a bad time from them the whole time, and they repent at the right time. You know? They give you a good time in Israel. What the hell are they trying to do to you in Israel if they're able to, though? You're visiting Israel. How is they going to put somebody on TV, a visitor who's in Israel, for the first time especially, and say, let's screw with him. He's in Israel for the first time. And they're trying to pee you off and provoke you so much that you never come back again. They're asking Jews for their passports too many times. You're asking the Jews for their passports in Israel. The Jews aren't terrorists. They're not terrorists, the ones that you're asking for passports. They're going up to Jewish heroes especially, asking for their passports. You know? What the hell's going on here, right? I'm informing you, I'm just saying to the warriors in the world that the Arabs have waged war on the whole world, and the Arabs are always waging war on the whole world. I don't know about you, but this maniac has had enough.